Hello, welcome back to Let's Build the 500 subscriber special. So let's bring up our listing here of all the bases and such. We went through the South China Sea last time, so now we're going to kind of work our way up Hainan Island. We got, looks like 4 air bases there, and then we'll probably start working our way up the mainland. So let's start with Lingshui Air Base, Maritime Patrol, and AEW. So what we can do there is, so how many do we have? First I gotta remember what's what, because they have like a dozen Y8 variants. It's kind of like their C-130. Database viewer. Oh, what the? Never got that before. Okay, well, at least it didn't crash my game. Anyways, we have a KJ 500, a Cub. What they got? The 500 and the 500A. So we will take 3 of these. Call sign Shishi. And let's see. Database viewer. Nope. Did I close out of that? I guess I did. Y8X. Yeah, these look like Maritime Patrol. Oh, there we go. Dealant infrared radar. So we can add 4 of these, and these will be by Xi'an. And then we have Y9G Cub. Okay, that's offensive ECM, so let's not use that. WZ7. That is a Navy base, is this? Okay. So technically it should all be Navy. I think some of the Cub stuff is PLA and AF, and yeah, that's PLAAF. Oh well. Doesn't do that. What else do they have? Ooh, IL-7. There we go. They have a KJ 600, the Makai. Is it carrier capable though? I guess so. Steam gauges, wow. So actually, we'll leave those in place, but we're gonna load up, now that I know that exists. Yeah, it's this one. Group editor, Fujian, because I believe this has, I'll double check, but it should have carrier, aviation. It should be able to, yeah, we have arresting gear and catapults. So what I'll do is we're going to knock off 3 of these helicopters, and we are going to add 2 Mach-Eyes. Airborne early warning. Yeah. Airborne early warning. Let's see. We can rename you Chi-Chi #1. And I just made that up. That's probably nonsense, but sounds about right. Actually, let's instead of doing that, we'll call it Chi-Yang, because Chi-Chi is the land-based stuff. Yang is obviously our AEW helicopters. So let's at least make kind of like a hybrid there, so it's semi-sensible. Okay, so we got that. So I think even though we're technically down 1 aircraft, I think the capability there will more than make up for it. That's a huge capability boost for them, and we'll add a new dynamic because before just shooting down the helicopters was pretty easy if you could get in the range, but now they can have, I think that will greatly assist not only their offense but their defense too. So do we have anything else? J10, 11, 16, D, 20, FC. I think everything else. There's, let's see, what's the IL-78M? Is that Maritime Patrol? I think this is a tanker. Yeah. So that's probably going to be it for Ling Shui. And we have Sanya, which is going to be helicopters, and honestly, they, like, this is probably the boundary they'd operate in. I just, as much as it'd be nice to simulate it, I don't think they're going to add much, so we are going to get rid of the helicopter base here. We'll leave that to give them some possible tracking information as we head to the South China Sea. What's next? We have Leidong. Eliminate an airbase, 2 squadron strike fighters. Well, we can just fill that up with J10s. Edit aircraft. So let's see. What was the number? Okay, I think I was doing squadrons of 8. So I had 2 squadron strike fighters. What do we have for facilities? I might bump that up to 3. Really? 12. I think we'll bump that up to 3. This should be able to handle that easily. J10. C 2019 is their latest. So we have Loon. We'll add 8 of those. And then we got Tantan. We can add 8 of those. And then Air Shun. We can add 8 of those. Okay, so that did get added. So, come on. 56 minus 24. So we should have 32 of these guys left to place. There we go. So I upped that a bit, but that should be fine. Let's see, what else do we have on Hainan? We have Jialaishi. PLA and airbase, 2 squadron strike, 1 squadron 8-6, 1 squadron J7. We can do that easy enough. So we have H6. China. So, okay. LBM launch platform. Which of these? Probably this guy. PLANAF. So that would be Navy, and it can carry anti-ship cruise missiles. Okay, so we'll have... Let's see, where's my H6? So that's... Okay, and then the K is the Chinese Air Force version. So we will have 8 of Bao Bao here. And we'll leave that as is, I guess. Then, as far as what we have here, 2 squadrons of PLANAF strike fighters. So that will probably be... What do we got here? J11... BC... Oh. Oh, we got... These guys are all... Okay, that's navalized. Interesting. Is that for training, then? 16... All right, so this is... Here we go. We'll have... Who am I? And... Yonzi. And then a squadron of J7s. What do we got here? Fish beds. Let's say no to the fish beds, even though they do have a 2005 version. Crazy, I know. Let's do JH Founder. So here they have a 2021 version for the Navy. So we can call you bye-bye. Oh, I have a canceled version there. So this must be a more modest upgrade then. I suppose I should use the, you know what? How do you compare? All right, so their canceled version. Okay, equivalent radar, LLTV, equivalent. Okay, equivalent RWR would have had defensive ECM, which this is weird because it says it's defensive here and then offensive there, but that's more modern than this health protection suit here. Generic laser designator, Mark 1 eyeball. As far as weapons fit goes, it looks like the B would have been able to carry some, let's see, these have generic offensive and defensive pods. This looks like it allows for a slightly wider variety of ECM pods. Land attack cruise missile, extended range bombs, air-to-air weapons, cruise missiles, YJ-12. Yeah, you know what? For shits and giggles, we'll throw the JH here. We'll add those in, and then where did they go? They get added. Or was I adding those? Did they all get... No. Where did they get added? Why do you only have... Oh, right, because you're a support base. Weird. Order a battle. Let's see if we can find them. Satellite facility, aircraft. Boop. Multi-role, EW. Okay, so they just straight up didn't get added. All right, that's annoying. Oh, it's H6NM. All right, well, let's try this again. Here we go. So your call sign, which I've completely forgotten now. Was it bye-bye? I'm hoping it was bye-bye. Here, see, now it's showing up. Okay, so we had the J16 copy PLN AF. Why do we have two Chi-Chis? Well, I'm stealing that now. So 2 squadrons of strike fighters. I'm gonna have to come up with more names for next time. That's honestly gonna be my my limit here. We'll call the other Union. No. Let's do this. I have no idea if I'd actually use that, but or if it means anything. And then JH7B. We'll add 8 of these for Susu. There we go. There's probably going to be an episode devoted to me just making sure everything is like I'm not copying names, because I thought I didn't use bye-bye down here, did I? Not there. Not there. Okay, so we should be in the clear. And likewise, okay, we have Suxi, which is another support base. So MPAs. Let's hold off on that one. I need more names because I wasn't expecting so many. I'll add some, but what's an easy one we can do? More bombers. Here, Gulian Tanig. Where are you? Probably a bit further inland, I would assume. Waipong, Gulian Tanig. Ooh, that's gonna be... This is gonna be a tough one for them. But it is where they had their J20s and J31s, so... I suppose this would represent them trying to keep them within operational range, but keep them further back so they're harder to take out on the ground. So we'll have the JS-20B Fagan, call sign, Actually, how is the radar signature on that now? -5 to 15. Is there any difference from the original model? No. So we will add in, what do we got here for call signs? Ming Ming. And we'll add Ming Ying. So they'll get 2 squadrons of that. And that'll be their J-20s, which is a bit of an improvement for them. And then we have the FC-31, also known as their J-35. And you are Taishan and Zulin. There we go. So we can get rid of that and that. So now if we go to their facilities, we can see a lot of hangars and open parkings. There's still more open parkings, but obviously I think they'd want to try to keep as many in the hangars as possible. And they're definitely going to need, I might just set that up now, set them up for long range. These guys are definitely going to be long range, air to air. Let's see. External max intercept. So this gives them PL-12 is their AMRAAM copy. PL-15 is their, so we'll have, what we'll do is we'll have 1 squadron set up with PL-15s. And their goal is to, they're going to have a specific mission to like go after high value targets. Nope. All right, let's get out of there for a second. So their goal is go after stuff like the AWACS. So ideally we'll be able to protect them. Okay, that's getting annoying. Ready immediately. Then we'll have another 8 meant more for attacking fighters and such. So they'll be on, do they have internal long range? We could do this. What's the range gonna be on that though? I wish I could see the range. I suppose here we go. So 150 minutes at 200 nautical miles for external max intercept. Internal long range, they could do 280 minutes at 200 nautical miles. So, okay, so they have drop tanks. They carry more drop tanks with the internal just to get them to station, which will probably compromise their stealth somewhat until the drop tanks come off, but probably not as much. So internal long range, yeah, they go down to -3 and -6. Now, I don't know if that's going to take into account and then that PL-15 one, -2 and -5. So we'll be better able to see them coming, but they definitely need the long range, which is why I'm giving them the tanks. If they're going to have any hope of... Because this is 200 nautical miles would bring them to the coast. So they're going to have to go further than that, which means less time on station. So... And this should give them some time on station. Really, they're going to come in, shoot their load, and then run away. That's kind of their thing. And I think that's how they're best used, rather than trying to get in close and dogfight. As far as the strike fighters, we're going to mix it up with these guys. I get a loadout report. Here we go. Okay, so we can look at them and see. Honestly, these loadouts should be another episode, but I guess I'm worried I'll forget or something. I don't know. I just kind of feel like doing it now. So if we go max intercept, they can have 200 minutes at 250 nautical miles. 2 minutes combat, 10% reserves. Okay, so they do have like a 700 nautical mile strike radius, which is probably about what we want. So again, these guys I'm going to split up. Do I want to, or do I want to use them exclusively as a I do kind of you know what, let's do, okay, let's long range subsonic. What else do they got? This is an anti-radiation missile. So that's going to be supersonic. Okay, so what we'll do is... Okay, I think I know what I want now. We're going to have 8 of them. Close you out. 8 of them are going to be set up for... We'll give them the fuel tanks, because they might need that. That should still give them 16. Well, I guess we can double check this, right? So if we go... the YJ91 external, 725 nautical mile strike radius. They have the same strike radius for both? Really? Nautical mile dash on target. Weapon release at max range. But this has drop tanks and this doesn't. That seems weird to me. But I suppose if their performance is the same, we would go with the heavy. As far as the others, we'll probably go with a heavy loadout there too. Oh, so there's like a list of 800 out of 3,260. I guess that must be like space units or something. So we've occupied like 25% of the airbase, is what they're saying, I think. All right, so we got that taken care of, which was... Oh, I think I wiped it out already. Okay. So we have, we got that going on. We got a lot more units on the field now. And we've taken some off, which should improve scenario performance. So I think we'll save here. And then I'm going to have to find some more panda names for next time. And then I guess we'll see where we go from there. We're actually pretty heavy on aircraft already, I think. So we might end up just getting rid of all of this stuff and focusing on all these bases because we're filling it up pretty rapidly. So, but we'll see. We might be able to get an equivalent number of aircraft with less bases, which would let us optimize the scenario even more. And then, of course, we got those guys, which that's probably going to be relegated to exclusively like ASBM carriers, but we'll see. But with that, thank you all for watching and stay tuned for next time and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.